Save this video before your next trip. The most unhinged travel tips. I'm 36 and still use my college ID for school discounts because it has no date. I book my main seat cheapest, non-refundable, then the two next to me as refundable and cancel at the last minute. Refund will allow a row to myself. I've done it 2 times. Use a VPN to book hotels and put yourself in a poorer country. Room rates will almost always be cheaper. Take a hotel shuttle to a hotel nearby and call your Uber Lyft from there instead of calling it at the airport. It's half the price. I saw a guy on here show how he finds the posh parts of town he's traveling to by looking up the Lululemon locations. And on a trip recently, he was right. My mom and dad split packing in their 2 suitcases. That way, if one is lost, they both have clothes. I'm going to start doing that with my husband. Change your bedding before leaving. It's so nice to come home to a clean bed after a trip. So true. Buy your own plane. Bring 2 bags of mini Snickers for the flight attendants. They have a thankless job and do so much. They tend to treat you like royalty after. I've gotten a first class New York to UK upgrade for $6 in chocolate. Buy a Samsonite Tonaton. It's under 1 pound. I pack it in my carry-on and on the way back, I use it as my check-in bag for shopping and souvenirs. It also fits 2 carry-ons, so I only pay 1 check-in bag. Definitely adding that to my cart. Be bored in the airport. No scrolling, reading, etc. Save all the interesting activities and mind stimulation for the airplane to help the flight feel faster. If you're ever lost in a country you don't speak the language, go to the nearest fancy hotel and talk to the concierge. They usually always speak some English and are super helpful. When I start having a conversation with a stranger, I make up insane life stories and I always include something scary so they don't try to take me. Oh, to be a woman. Take oranges on the plane. If there's a smell you don't like, tear the orange. The oils are a natural air freshener and it's not as offensive as normal air fresheners or cologne and perfume. I collect contacts of all my friends who have T-Mobile so I can use their numbers for free Wi-Fi on my United flights. This is good for Southwest too. Not many people know that Iceland has a site for tourism where if you're going to Europe and want to see Iceland, they'll make your layover flight free. That's awesome. First flight always. Airlines are hell-bent on getting them on time because it would affect the rest of the plane's schedules. First flight always. Airlines are hell-bent on getting them on time because it would affect the rest of the day's plane schedules. Buy the cheapest flight ticket and go to the boarding gate and ask for a better seat. I've gotten first class at $100 5 times. I always keep sample size shampoo, etc. from hotels and donate them to the women's shelter in my town. Not exactly a travel hack, but helpful to others. Oh my God, I love that. If your flight gets delayed by even 10 minutes, go to the complaints and compliments part of their website and you usually get 2,000 minimum miles. Go to the most touristy area and stop at a secondhand store. Hotels and rich tourists donate stuff they can't take with them, including designer clothes, art, etc. Safety hack. Always ask for 2 keys and never tell anyone you're traveling alone. I make playlists for every trip I go on and have the people I meet add in their favorite song. I have music to always remember. Wait, I love that. If your flight has been overbooked, take the offer to get on the next flight. Last time I did this, they upgraded me to first class for free. Wearing sweatpants with elastic around the ankles so your pants don't touch the floor when you use the bathroom, or frankly, any floor in the airport. The craziest street interview I heard was a guy who said he would go to a city immediately after a terrorist attack. Flights and hotels would be cheapest and empty, and the city is the safest it'll ever be. When traveling with large luggage through airports, etc., select the wheelchair option on Google Maps so it automatically puts you on path with elevator access. Probably ramps and stuff too. Genius. I had a tight connecting flight, so I had a fake doctor's note saying I sprained my ankle so I didn't have to walk through the airport, and if I didn't make my connection, it would be the airline's fault. It's kind of genius. Turtleneck pillow. What is that? Well, I've actually used one of these before. 10 out of 10 recommend. As a woman traveling solo, always book your accommodation and restaurant reservations for 2 people. It doesn't cost any more, you are more comfortable, and it's safer. Always pack a change of clothes in your carry-on with basic toiletries. Ever since an airline lost my bag 1 time, I've started doing this. I give the flight attendants a box of chocolate. I've gotten free upgrades, drinks, etc. One time the flight attendant sat down and told me the whole tea of a person who just got kicked off the plane. When traveling alone, wear a wedding band. It stops a lot of unwanted attention in many countries. If locals are waiting in line for something, then you should get in line because whatever it is usually worth the wait. That's how you find true hidden gems. Always keep a duty-free bag, a regular brown paper bag, in case your suitcase is past its weight limit. I've done this so many times and I just put the stuff in there and boom, second free personal item. Earplanes changed my flying experience completely. What are earplanes? Oh. Awesome. When you land, never use the first restroom you see. Use the next one. Everyone from your flight will jump in the first and you'll end up waiting the same amount of time as going to the next. Look for flights at 3 a.m. I don't know what it is about 3 in the morning, but they are the cheapest. Check every day and the prices will just randomly drop someday. I don't pay more than $5.50 for Europe ticks. I'm a big guy. The shoulder strap on my personal item is adjustable. I put it around my knees and adjust it so I don't manspread into my neighbor's space if and when I fall asleep. Thank you, sir. We love a self-aware king. A lot of museums have one night a week or month when they are open late, but they don't advertise it, so you kind of have to dig. I've seen the Mona Lisa and the Sistine Chapel with no one but guards around. Wait, that's so cool. Always pack deodorant and travel-sized toiletries in your carry-on. Nothing is worse than having your flight get delayed or canceled and being stuck in the airport feeling smelly and gross. As a young solo female traveler in South America and East Asia, when people asked if I was from the USA, I always told them Canada because who has beef with Canada? Add Iceland onto your UK vacation by booking your flight with Iceland Air and using their stopover feature to stay up to a week at no additional airfare. You guys, I really want to go to Iceland now. The best day to go to Disney World or any theme park in the country is Super Bowl Sunday. Parks are dead empty and you can do everything by 2 or 3 p.m. and be back in your hotel or home by the time the game comes on. Brilliant. When backpacking through Europe, take night trains to avoid hotel costs. Like day in Paris, night to Berlin, day in Berlin, night to Venice, so on and so forth. Sometimes I'll look up tours like a food or a walking tour and just do the itinerary on my own. I'll figure out the info as I go. I just need the route. Solo female traveler of almost a decade here. No matter where you are, you always have a male brother, uncle, cousin, dad who lives there as far as anyone is concerned. When we get back home, we get picked up at departures. No crowd. Get a super cheap ticket for a busy time to travel and get the travel voucher when it's overbooked. This is how I'm going to Japan for $68? Buy a fake violin case as your carry-on. They are required to have overhead or cabin storage space saved for instruments, and oftentimes they don't check what's inside. If you're waiting for a friend or someone to land after you and want lounge access, buy a refundable same-day ticket to get in, and then once in the lounge, cancel the flight and get your money back. Okay, wait, that's genius. When I travel, the second I get into my Uber from the airport, I order food to my hotel so I'm not hangry when I get into the room. I order Uber Eats as soon as I get picked up from the airport, so the food and I get home at the same time. TSA PreCheck and global entry. It took literally 5 seconds returning from Croatia to the US Customs. Can confirm. Find what conferences are going on in the area. A lot of them publish the codes for their group rates. Use the code. Low-key kind of genius. Whenever someone I know is taking a trip, I book it with my credit card and just have them give me the money. I pay it off immediately and get the travel points on my card. I flew to Hawaii for free. You do not have to be 65 or retired to sign up for AARP. You don't get every benefit, but I believe you do get hotel discounts and such. I did not know that. When traveling with kids, visit a local consignment. I purchased a brand new high chair for $12 and a baby gate for $3. Used them for the week, then redonated them back when we left. Order Starbucks while waiting in TSA and your mobile order will be ready. The mobile order is top tier. A foot hammock for the plane is a game changer. I swear by these, you can get them on Amazon. They're super cheap. A U-Haul only costs like $20 per day to rent as opposed to over $100 a day for a rental car. They're not all huge trucks, by the way. The vans are actually the cheapest. Fanny pack under sweatshirt with charger, wallet, etc. Free extra personal item. I email a copy of my passport, driver's license, social security card, etc. to myself in case my wallet is stolen. I travel for work and book the flights that are busiest. When I get offered a travel credit to change my flight, I do, and that's how I never pay for personal travel. Geocache at every destination. Locals place them and it's a great hidden tour. What is a geocache? Geocaching is essentially a real-world high-tech treasure hunt. People hide small containers called caches all over the world and other players use a set of GPS coordinates to track them down. That actually sounds really fun. I work once every 3 months on the side at 2 separate hotels and now I have the employee rate for IGH hotels and Radisson hotels. That's genius. Bring a big disposable bag and put your purse or backpack in there that is going under the seat. The floors are a biohazard and those germs travel back with you. The Quality Inn next to the Atlantis in the Bahamas has reciprocity for all the Atlantis amenities. Atlantis Vacay Quality Inn prices. You're welcome. I create an outfit itinerary so there is no unnecessary overpacking. Try every outfit on before you go so you know you like the combos. I do this for every trip. Always have a fake friend who you're meeting up with when solo traveling. That way you can leave a situation when someone's making you feel uncomfortable. Travel with a sarong. Serves as a blanket on the plane, towel, and robe at the destination. My passport wasn't going to get here on time, so I emailed the state attorney general and they expedited the passport for free. I did it for all my family as well. Use a VPN plug on your browser to put your location in the country you're traveling to when looking for flights. Saved like $150 for a flight from Atlanta to Amsterdam. Sometimes it's cheaper to book a flight where the layover is your actual destination and then you just hop off there. I think there's a website called Jetlagged where you can search flights based on the layover city. just to do this. Use Airbnb as a digital marketplace to find vacation homes, then book it directly through the realty company and save hundreds of dollars. I do this all the time. This works. At check-in, if you get a bad seat, open a new tab and start check-in again. The system holds seats for 15 minutes. You may have to open a lot, but after a dozen tabs, you land on a good seat for free. I let my husband take care of everything and fulfill my role as passenger princess. Honestly, nowadays, same. If the airport is crowded and you are overstimulated, there is a chapel or place of worship in most airports, and it's usually quiet. Bring a slightly broken suitcase, it will likely get even more damaged. Go to customer service, they have a room of brand new suitcases. Have your pick. Do they really? I bring my heating pad and plug it in. I'm never cold. Brilliant. Get medical care in countries with a solid medical system. This includes dental. I had a full orthodontist consultation, x-rays, and my permanent retainer fixed for $90. Where? Pack a carbon monoxide detector everywhere. Pay for the day pass to airport lounges. It's cheaper than getting food and drinks in the airport restaurants. Facts. Board the plane last. You will have a chance to grab what's open or take the seat you were assigned. Keep a running list of everything and anything you might need on your phone. Doesn't matter if it's a weekender or a 2-week vacation. Write everything from power adapters to toothpaste. Use that list every time you pack. Takes the guessing out of whether you forgot something or not. If you're going somewhere far, book Turkish Airlines. You can usually find a layover for a whole day and can see the country. They give free tours and pay for your hotel too. Don't ever sign a petition while traveling. It's often a trick to divert your attention while their friend robs you. If you book a bus in Europe, look at the first destination on the route. Book it to that and just sit on the bus after your stop till whenever. Saved me $150 from Bratislava to Berlin. If you feel nauseous on the plane, ask for an alcohol wipe. The smell can stave off nausea. I use this trick when I'm carsick too. If you're an English speaker, always find an Irish pub your first night in a new city. The bartender will be a local that speaks English and can give you pointers. And 9 out of 10 times you find some decent people. All Starbucks worldwide have filtered water. I always fill my water bottle there. Usually there is no charge. I'm not paying $8 for a bottle of water at the airport. If you're traveling abroad and have coins at the end of your trip, stop at a Starbucks or similar and add the coins to a gift card. Currency exchanges typically won't change coins back to your home currency, so at least you'll get to use that money one way or another. For free airport parking, park at a nearby cheap hotel early in the morning. Go inside to use the bathroom, come back out, and wait for the free airport shuttle. Take the shuttle back after your vacay. My husband and I always set up one day for timeshare presentations. We hit up Wyndham, Westgate, and Hilton. Say no to everyone, end up with hella vouchers for restaurants and shows. Wear a specific perfume for each trip so you have a scent to tie to the memories. Since smell is the most closely related to memory, this is actually a cool hack. I fly primarily Delta and Southwest. Every couple days, I will look ahead and see if I can reprice my flights to a lower price. I've saved over $1,100 doing this in the last 3 months. Chew gum to stop your ears from getting blocked or clogged on the plane due to air pressure. This works. I once brought too big a shampoo container. It was brand new and I refused to trash it. Asked the TSA for gloves, filled and tied off each finger. They accepted, but I received many weird stares. Girl, that's a genius. If told you have to check your carry-on, ask them if that's okay since you have several large lithium batteries in it. Say, I thought those can't go under the plane. It's worked twice for me. I always get a Groupon account for the country I'm visiting. On Groupon Italia, got a weekend stay in a 1,200-year-old castle in Tuscany for cheap. A dream. Personally, I swear by an ergonomic seat cushion and a bobblehead pillow, but these are all really good too.